Hi, welcome to my channel, Reader Woman. My name's Judy, and let's talk ebooks. I have shared recently that I read all of my books anymore. Yeah, I would say 95% of my books are read electronically. I just have made that switch. I still buy books, don't doubt that, but I more buy books because I am wanting to be reminded that I have read those books and they're important to me. So I have certain collections I'm really anxious to show you when it comes, hopefully this week or next week. My 100th anniversary of James Joyce's Ulysses. So I'm really looking forward to that, but I don't have it yet. But so I mean, I do pick up books and I do buy them. Normally they're either part of a collection. So like I collect James Joyce, I collect Virginia Woolf, I collect Gertrude Stein, and those are just the things I can think of right off the top of my head. So anytime I come across a book that I don't have, P.G. Wodehouse, I'm trying to collect his hardback books. So I buy those. Because I do have to say, reading electronically, while I definitely enjoy the whole experience and I'm sold, I also, it's hard to find your books. Once you've read it, it goes into the library. They're not organized any way except alphabetically, whether it's by author or by book title. So it's not like you can just, it doesn't give me that same sense of enjoyment, which I still thoroughly enjoy looking at my shelves and seeing what books I have there, why they're there, remembering reading it or going, I need to get on that one. So yeah, I still buy regular books, but the majority of my reading anymore is on an electronic device. So I thought I'd share the devices I use with you. The first one I got has been retired. I went to go buy a Kindle at Best Buy. This had to be like 6, 7, 8 years ago. And yeah, or longer. So somewhere in that range. And I had to buy the color one. I bought the Kindle Fire. And enjoyed it. Come to find out you can do a lot more with Kindle Fires than just read. So I upgraded a couple of 3 years ago. I don't remember exactly why. I think the battery wasn't charging or something. So I then bought this, let's see here. Of course I don't have it going to show you. Let's see. So here is my Kindle Fire home. I watch it as much as I read on it. I actually watch it more than reading. The reason is the blue light. I am concerned about that, but I love the shape of it. I watch, my shows on Netflix or Amazon Prime. Those are the only 2 channels I have. I watch them on here. I play games. I have Scrabble. I have this weird little game also that I play, and I do read it. This is actually my favorite device to read with, outside of the blue light. Part of what I love about it is with the case, it stands up. And with the, let's see here if I can show you. because I read a lot in bed. And I love the fact that with these, you have a 2-page spread, which it doesn't sound like a lot. What it really means is I have to change pages half as much. Not a big deal, but when you're laying in bed reading, it's awfully nice. However, I have experienced some sleep issues, and I feel like reading with this into the night was not my best choice. So last year I splurged and got a Kindle Paperwhite. You know, I love it. It's simple. I can change the point size. I can do everything, but it's not, I mean, it'll stand up like this, but when I switch in bed, I have to like put this together and tuck it in my pillow a little bit, and it's always falling over. Big deal? No. The other problem I've had with this is I have had in certain times a hard time changing the page. Once again, you thought, no big deal. But it is when you're reading and suddenly you're fumbling, you know, it just, see, it's not doing it. There we go. There we go. But I haven't quite figured that out, and I've had this forever. The other thing, I like to know, right, I think you can see it there, the percentage at the bottom of the page. With a digital book, you know, with a real book, you see where you're at. You get a sense of where you're at in the book. With this, unless this is activated, I don't know, which drives me a little crazy. I prefer particularly reading romances, because you know around the 70% to 80%, you're going to have a major blow up and the characters are going to go their separate ways. And then by the time you're looking at about 88%, you're like, okay, well, we're going to get together now. Stupid, but yeah, I like to know where I'm at. So for whatever reason, I click on this and that disappears a lot. So I am constantly having to go to the top, and where it says A, and clicking on more, and then where it says reading progress, I always am having to turn that back on. Minor, yes. The other thing is it's black and white. No, it's not a major issue. Or is it? I like color, and I feel like it's better for my health, but yeah, I do miss a little color. I miss the interactiveness of my Kindle Fire. Actually, when I'm downloading books, I usually do it on my Kindle Fire, not this, because it's just a little bit more difficult. It's a simple thing, but it gets me reading for the Kindle format. It's nice and light. It's small, compact. So yeah, I do take it places, but probably the friendliest device I have is my phone. I have downloaded the Kindle app. Let's see here, that's all blurry. Oh, anyways, the Kindle app is here, and I read a lot with this. It's like, it just gives me an opportunity to read anywhere. In the doctor's office, waiting for the doctor to come to me. I'm in a car with somebody else and they go run a couple of errands and I'm sitting in the car. Pull out my phone. I've got something to read. The phone is one of the primary places to read, I have to say. I have a friend who exclusively, as far as I know, reads on his phone. I don't think I would like to do that. I don't think it would be that much fun. However, it's highly useful. Now, while I do have the Kindle on here, I also have iBooks, which I highly recommend. The phone of, oh, by the way, this is an old, it's a iPhone 8 Plus, so I mean it's quite old. I say quite, 3 years old, 3 or 4 years old. So, yeah. But phones come out all the time. Sorry, I just have to laugh about that. But the other thing is, it reads EPUBs as well as the Kindle. I have found, because quite often my friend who reads exclusively on his phone, he will occasionally send me EPUBs. And I just don't like how the Kindle deals with these extra files. They're so freaking proprietary. They don't want you to put anybody else's content on their device, much less read it easily. And so while I have converted some to Kindle, it doesn't put it in my library and it's harder to find and I tend to lose it. So another reason my phone is so nice. I've got a computer. I don't have a laptop. It's probably one of the next electronic devices I'm going to get, but I don't have a laptop. I like my mouse. But, you know, I'm going to have to get it going, get one and get it going. I might read on that. I don't know. As of now, I've got an iMac and it's just too big. I'm not going to read on it. So those are primarily my 3 devices. I use them interchangeably. I will read parts of the same book on different devices, and which can be a bit of a challenge because although they should be seamless and interactive, they're not necessarily. So I think that's the other reason I really like to know where in the book I am on percentage of book read, because it gives me an idea, at least in my head, and when I go from one device to the other, I can more easily find out where I'm at and just continue reading. But I don't know. I never in a million years thought that I would be an exclusive e-reader. But I can't tell you the last time I've sat down with an actual physical book and read it. How about you? What are you doing? Do you still read physical books? Are you an electronic reader? And if you are, how's it going? How are you finding that transition? Anyways, if you have any thoughts on it, I'd love to hear from you. And take care, and we'll talk again soon. Keep reading. Bye.